it just keeps getting worse for MrBeast. This whole situation, he made what I think would be the worst move possible in cease and desisting the person who put up the YouTube video exposing stuff, and that is just makes a terrible look. It makes you really look guilty when you're doing legal ways to try and silence people instead of just simply addressing what they're talking about. So that's the first problem. But he uploaded a new video today, and now we can look and see what's going on in this video, because it's just this right here. So it's obviously his videos are kind of just being like the same thing over and over and over again. It's like survive 100 days in the wilderness, win some money. Survive 100 days in a nuclear bunker, win some money. Survive doing this, win some money. Do this obstacle challenge, win some money. So his videos ultimately overall getting kind of repetitive, but this also, his views, 32 million views. If we go to his own website, right, which is kind of funny, but his website, looking at these videos, his most recent one is actually a 1 out of 10. So it's performing the best out of any video. Obviously, kind of to be expected because there's so much drama. People are clicking on this, not even to watch the video, but to look at the comments, which bring up a whole nother problem. So I just clicked on this video, and honestly, it looks like it might have been people might have stopped him from removing comments, because before when this video was first uploaded, when it had like 1 million views, and looked at it, and the comments were all positive. I thought I was going to come into this and see people saying, you know, address the allegations, figure this stuff out, do this and that. Why haven't you made a video? Why haven't you talked about this stuff? But there was none of that. No one was saying anything. So it's immediately, I was like, he's deleting comments. He has to be. There's no way that there's no people commenting. That's tough. So, but now it seems like maybe it's stuff like Mr. Beat, the allegation just uploaded. So people are trying to do spelling mistakes to get past probably the auto mod stuff. You know, the people talking about the video, all this stuff. The timer's going up as the video progressed. So, you know, people kind of poking at some other stuff. But it seems like there's maybe people are getting away. There's one down here that someone kind of talked about, like, MrBeast tell us the truth, all is one word. You know, trying to get past auto mod stuff. So people are just not putting spaces and things. So he's definitely auto modding this. If you don't know, you can go like behind the scenes on your YouTube channel and put in keywords, and anytime that word is put in there, or a phrase is put in a comment, it just automatically kind of hides it so no one will see it. So people will still comment that, think their comment got published, but it just kind of makes it so no one can see it. So that is a feature, and I'm sure he's taking advantage of that, as well as probably having people monitor the comments and delete the things he doesn't want on there. But it goes even further for him. The big problem, 1.1 million dislikes on the video, and there is a huge, I guess, controversy over this number, with people saying third-party apps, they're not accurate because YouTube got rid of the dislike button, or the number. You can't see how many dislikes there are, but that's just, I don't think that that's really true. These third-party apps, they might not be perfect and spot on, but they're pretty good. They're good enough, right? They're not going to be off by that much. And this is an insane dislike ratio for MrBeast. 1.1 million dislikes, 1.6 likes. Absolutely ridiculous. People obviously kind of letting it known, like, they want something out of MrBeast. Something to talk about the allegation, talk about the expose. You know, is this guy wrong? If he's wrong, talk about it. I think we've already got the answer. The playbook that I think MrBeast is going to go with is the completely ignore it, don't talk about it, and just continue as if life is normal. And eventually the internet will stop, you know, doing anything. The internet will forget and move on. I think that's the playbook he's going to go with, honestly, because he sent out the cease and desist. He's gone the legal route of, I have more money, I'm going to try and silence you. You know, no one likes that route, especially just on YouTube. Like, it's a video, it's words. If the guy said something that's not true, make your own video. You have your own massive platform on any one of your channels, address it, and people can move on. But if you're not doing that and going a legal way, you know, maybe he's got some sort of validity there. Even with this dislike stuff, Drama Alert, I think they tweeted about the dislike showing 500K, and then said they reached out to MrBeast, and this was the numbers that he showed, I guess. This is obviously earlier in the video's life cycle. or the video's upload date. So maybe this is the real numbers, but this was before. I think these things aren't something that are that inaccurate. So I don't know where this came from. If it came from MrBeast himself, I don't know. This, who knows, right? But I doubt that these things are that inaccurate. I would believe that it's over 1 million dislikes. That would be easy. Everyone obviously saying, it's around the million, with some community notes here saying, this extension is not very accurate, it can be skewed. I don't think it's going to be that skewed. And there's some people obviously making the removal of comments, putting up some sort of evidence for that. This is his video. Somebody commenting saying he's literally going through and removing people talking here. Some are getting removed as we speak. And if you tried to tap this and look at the replies, or tap this to go into it and look at the replies, it would say an error, loading, tap, and retry. So meaning it got deleted. You can have this on Twitter too. If you go on your timeline and you're scrolling through and you click a tweet and to look at the replies, it'll pull up a new page and then it'll say this tweet's been deleted. It's still there if you already had it and were looking at it before it was deleted. But if you click on it and it was deleted, you'll get an error and saying it was gone. So this, it seems like, is what's happening with this MrBeast stuff. Probably an auto mod thing. But like a comment like this, I don't know what words or phrases you would put in here to make auto mod do it. So it seems like he might have people sitting there and going through the comments and getting rid of these manually, which is kind of insane. Like, just let people talk. If you're going to ignore it and not address it, don't try and cover it up. Don't go legal and try and silence people and then silence people in your comment section and try and cover this whole thing up. That just makes it worse and worse. And someone has a video of this happening, so if you can go see their video, they're scrolling through these comments and clicking on them to look at replies, and then they click on it and get that error message saying, something failed, tap to reload. And just kind of shows, and he's clicking even ones that don't have anything to do with the drama, and those aren't gone, and you can look at replies and reply to it. So it's a crazy, crazy time for MrBeast. This, he's obviously not in the greatest spot, and what he should do is address everything. Just make the address and talk about it. And if you're in the wrong, I don't know what you can say, because some of the things are crazy what are being talked about. But I just I don't know what's next for MrBeast here. If what happens with him, is he the downfall? Are we watching this happen live right now? Are people going to stop watching his content? And that's really going to be what the downfall is. And there's one last thing. People are talking about this right here, because he got community noted on the Chris Tyson stuff, and this community note saying MrBeast fully knew what Chris Tyson was doing, and basically saying he was in the server, he talked in it, he knew what was going on. And people are saying, the community note went away. That means MrBeast has so much control and money, and he's doing all this. Maybe, right? Maybe. But also, MrBeast has a ton of loyal fans who would do anything for him. He's the biggest influencer on the planet. So if I believe how community notes would work is if you rate a note unhelpful, and there's so many people doing that, it'll take the note down. So I would give him the benefit of the doubt, and maybe I shouldn't, but I would say he's probably not getting these community notes taken down himself. It's probably just, the super fans of MrBeast coming over and saying a note is not helpful. And when millions of people do that, or even hundreds of thousands, tens of thousands, then it'll remove the community note, because it will assume that it's probably wrong or something's wrong with it. So I think that might be more what's happening there. But with the comments, with his new video, it's just insane for MrBeast. The stuff just keeps piling on, and it could all come to an end if he addressed it and talked about what's going on. But I doubt he's ever going to do that. I think the playbook he's going to go with is say nothing, pretend everything is fine, upload videos as normal, and try and move along until the internet either forgets or doesn't want to bother doing this anymore. But with MrBeast, with any other normal creator, maybe that works, right? Maybe you can ignore it and move on, and people move on, they'll get bored. But MrBeast is such a big name that maybe people won't get bored with this, because the views might always be there to keep talking about MrBeast. He's the biggest influencer in the world. So maybe that strategy doesn't work for him. But that's going to do it for this video. As always, don't forget to press the button and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video.